Out of Aurora, Missouri in the 98, it'll be Justin Wells. And on the outside, trying to go to victory lane for the first time this season. He led the most laps one night ago. It'll be Garrett Alberson. He's out of Las Cruces, New Mexico in 58.
Couple tough customers in row two on the inside out of Blairsville, Georgia. The 49 Superman, Jonathan Davenport. And on his outside, the defending winner of this race out of Chandler, Arizona, the 20 RT, Ricky Thornton Jr.
Looking for a second series winner of the year, the 76, the Riggs Motorsports Longhorn Factory car. It'll be Brandon Overton out of Evans, Georgia. And alongside last night's winner, he is 3 for 3 this year at Wheatland. Out of Martinsville, Indiana, it's Hudson O'Neal.
We move back to row four on the inside as the driver out of New Berlin, Illinois in the Rocket 1. That'll be Brendan Shepard. And on his outside out of Decorah, Iowa in the 16, it's Tyler Bruning.
Another driver looking for his first career win in the Lucas Oil Series. It'll be the 2T out of Paragould, Arkansas, Taylor Stevens. And on the outside, it'll be the 32 car, the 2017 Show Me 100 winner, the current World of Outlaws and Flow Racing Night in America points leader. It'll be Bobby Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois.
Did you get Devin Moran and Carson Ferguson back in row 5? Or did you just miss them?
Well, it'll be Devin Moran, last night's runner-up from 12th to 2nd. He's out of Dresden, Ohio. And Carson Ferguson, who had a top 10 last night, the Paler Motorsports 93. Then you have Stevens, then you have Pierce, and then you have row 7.
Yes, I do. It's going to be Clay Harris out of Jupiter, Florida in the 6. And on his outside out of Fayetteville, North Carolina in the 18D, the big perm, Dalton Wilson.
Daniel Hilzebeck, he's out of Earlham, Iowa, second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie there, chasing 22. And Cade Dillard on the outside looking for his first career Lucas Oil win. He's out of Robeline, Louisiana.
Pair of Show Me State drivers making up row 9. Tyler Kuykendall from up the road in Warsaw in the 8K, and on his outside from just across the way out of Urbana, the 8 is going to be Dylan McCowan.
Aaron Moran always solid here at Lucas Oil Speedway, the 1XM Richmond, Missouri, and Dan Ebert third in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. He's out of Lakeshore, Minnesota in car 60.
Row 11 on the inside out of Brandon, Florida, the 40B is Kyle Bronson, and on his outside racing his way into the show, the president of the James Essex Fan Club, it's Neelyville, Missouri's Chris Jones.
It'll be Donald McIntosh, 79, leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, Dawsonville, Georgia, and Spencer Hughes in the 19M, Meridian, Mississippi. Ben, who's going to win here tonight in Wheatland?
Well, I tell you what, he's tired of us talking about it. He's ready to get off number 1. He wants to go to number 2. Garrett Alberson from starting spot number 2 picks up $10,000 tonight in the tribute to Don and Billy Gibson.
All right, there you go. Ben Shelton going with Garrett Alberson, who led 32 laps here last night. You know who correctly picked the winner last night, James?
I don't recall. I just saw Kevin Kovac. He might have, but you did?
I believe it was me. I'm not
You
sure.
picked Hudson O'Neal, who started third last night. He starts 6th. Are you going with him again?
That's a really good pick. I am not. I am going with the driver starting 3rd again here this evening. I think Superman Jonathan Davenport out of Blairsville, Georgia, gets it done at the end of 40 laps. What say you?
You know, we love the local and regional drivers. 98.
Oh.
98, Justin Wells.
Oh, my.
To shock the world here tonight in that TNT chassis. I believe it would be the first TNT chassis to ever win a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. He's got a lot of laps here, 2-time and defending track champion, and be sure to let Henry's do it.
That's
right there on the spoiler.
Henry's telling
We'll see if Henry can do it tonight. It's Justin Wells.
Well, the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit on the outside of the racetrack here, and there's a look at all the crew guys stationed on the outside of the track along the back straightaway to try to signal their drivers. And that is not an easy task. You talk to any one of the drivers in the pit area, and Hudson O'Neal, take a parade lap with him as he is carrying the Flow Sports onboard camera here tonight from starting position number 6.
Getting one here twice back in April, a 7K and a 20K unsanctioned races. And then, of course, winning here last night, his 30th career win for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series in a heated battle for that 4th spot. So Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to clinch the Sunoco Race Fuels Road to Wheatland bonus money tomorrow night in 2,500. Davenport 40 points behind him. Justin Wells.
Could it be?
Heck yeah, why not?
Justin Wells night in America.
Why not? All right.
Hey, a lot of great stuff planned here tomorrow, James.
Yep. Get early.
Lot of
Gates
great
open
stuff.
at 3. Hellraiser Jack's Pit Crew Challenge. That'll be at 3:30 in the infield. Lee Newton will be performing tomorrow evening, right before we get started.
We're going to go live tomorrow at 3:25 p.m. Central Time. We will have the Hellraiser Jack's Pit Crew Challenge. And again, I can't stress it enough, a rapidly improving weather forecast here tomorrow.
Two B mains. We'll have the Midwest Sheet Metal Challenge, which the winner of that will say, well, pays $2,500 to win. He'll have to say to start shotgun on the field or take that money into the house.
No support class here tomorrow. Rain overnight tonight. It's going to end tomorrow morning. And then we look really good for the rest of the day tomorrow. Mother Nature doing a 180 on us. We weren't supposed to get tonight in, and here we are. So come on out if you're within shouting distance and support this great event, paying a record $75,000 to win here tomorrow evening. We also want to give a big shout out to the Missouri Division of Tourism as well. Back on board again this year, sponsoring the 33rd annual running of the Show Me 100. I know they've got several folks on the grounds here all weekend long. So a big thank you going out to the Missouri Division of Tourism for once again sponsoring the Show Me 100 here at Lucas Oil Speedway in 2025. The Race Car Engineering Pace Truck parading this field around the racetrack. They just did a few laps to buzz the surface, make sure that she's good to go. I think we are very close to dropping the green flag here. 40 laps is the distance, and the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson here tonight.
So they worked the bottom and the top. I think they left the middle open, right? They didn't touch it. So
that was what they did for the B mains. We saw how those were.
Yep, Rob Penrod, Chief co-starter at Eldora Speedway. We'll see him in a couple of weeks. The Flow Racing Night at American, the Dirt Late Model Dream at Tony Stewart's Eldora Speedway. Don't forget, tickets on sale for the Dirt Track World Championship, our season finale in October. Camping and tickets available for that. Go to EldoraSpeedway.com. With the new Tween Act Solutions Start Zone, Dustin Jarrett. It is Justin Wells and Garrett Alberson. We are underway in the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson.
And a good start for Justin Wells down the front straightaway. Could he lead a lap here? Jonathan Davenport going to try to sneak down to the inside. Wells, two-time and defending track champion here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Davenport's going to go down to the inside at the end of lap number 1. TNT, Justin Wells out front.
Here comes Thornton on the bottom. Alberson on the outside, right behind JD down the main back straightaway. Here comes Thornton. Here comes O'Neill in 71. Thornton throws it into there, trying to go 3 wide. Oh man, Alberson got squeezed out of that one. Alberson still has the spot. Justin Wells leads his first ever laps in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series as he pulls away down the back straightaway. A 1 second lead already over Jonathan Davenport.
He is setting a very good pace at the front of this field as he's setting too good of a pace. There you see the gap momentarily between your race leader Justin Wells and second place Jonathan Davenport. She mentioned James a 1 second advantage. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all there on your screen. Garrett Alberson currently in third. The 20 RT in the 71. Look at this shot from Hudson O'Neill on the right side of your screen.
Awesome job there out of turn number 2. Our Flow Racing cameras, the best in the business. Videographers, oh, but it's the wall. And Garrett Alberson, heavy damage on the Roberts 58 car with 4 complete, and the Colburn Farms Racing caution is out. Oh, man.
Yeah, man, he got too high down in turns 1 and 2, and I'm telling you, James, he made hard contact with the outside wall. That is a tough, tough break for Garrett Alberson. And he is okay. He is relaying to Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series officials. You may have even seen him tap the roof down there. That is a good sign, but man, a tough break for the Las Cruces, New Mexico driver as his night is going to come to a premature end.
Some of these guys are wondering, who is this 98, right? I mean, they've come here enough to Wheatland to know that it's a Wells, but
there are folks watching at home that are
saying,
that have just tuned in, that are saying, who is Justin Wells? Let me tell you, the 98 is the 48-year-old that has got over 20 wins here at Lucas Oil Speedway in the last 2 seasons. Yep, 2-time and defending track champion. And, you know, so it's funny, I was talking to Justin Wells in the pit area just briefly, a little bit earlier on. I talked to him yesterday and exchanged pleasantries down there today. And I said, hey, nice run last night. He said, thanks, I appreciate it. I joked with him. I said, but I expect you to do better and get a top 5 tonight. And he laughed, and the joke's on me, right?
He might win this thing. He's very capable of doing that.
He's out front. Yep. So Davenport fooled both of us. He's going to take the high side on this Delaware double file restart. That moves Hudson O'Neal down low. Rest of the field staggers accordingly, or they go opposite the car in front of them, however you want to put it. So it's Davenport up high, O'Neal down low, Thornton up high, and Overton down low. Going to go green flag racing this time in the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone. 4 scored, 36 remaining.
Thornton swings away out wide, back underway. 4 down, 36 to go. Battle for second into 1. O'Neal on the bottom. Davenport has the advantage up top out at 2. Justin Wells continues to lead here. Out at turn number 4. 5 scored. He's led every one of them so far tonight.
See the field fan out coming out of corner number 4 now. Ricky Thornton Jr. going to dive down to the inside and make a bid on the 71 of Hudson O'Neal. O'Neal, though, with a better run down the back straightaway. Thornton washes up the racetrack. That may open up the door for Overton. Rocket 1 down to the inside and back at the front of the field. No more 1.1 second advantage for Wells. Jonathan Davenport has reeled in the race leader.
Work lap 7, 2 car lengths the advantage for Wells, the Aurora, Missouri driver. Back about 5 car lengths is O'Neal. Then it's Thornton, Overton, Shepard, Bruning, Ferguson, Moran, Bobby Pierce, 10th and 32.
It's not Eric Wells.
No.
It's Justin Wells, no relation. Out front, a familiar place for him at Lucas Oil Speedway. You're looking back on the battle for 6. Tyler Bruning to the outside of Brandon Shepard. Shep had the 6th spot the last time by the stripe. This time by, give it to the Golden Beard, Tyler Bruning. Shepney gets that Rocket 1 right down on the inside of the racetrack. At the front of the field, still Justin Wells over Jonathan Davenport by 0.6 of a second. 9 laps into the tribute to the Gibsons.
All right, he's cut that lead down. Carleo contact on the front straightaway between 32 and 18D. The big perm throwing it in on the smooth operator. The lap 10 down, 30 to go. Wells has led every lap tonight. It was 0.6 of a second. It's 0.5 of a second. O'Neal, Thornton, Overton, Bruning, Shepard, Ferguson, Moran, Pierce, who is a Hoker Trucking hard charger so far. It would be...
Got a few drivers that have moved up
big
4
perm.
spots. Yes.
Yeah, several drivers up 4 spots.
Absolutely. Justin Wells remains out front in this one. 11 laps in the books. You see the lap times the last time by on the left side of your screen. Wells a 10th quicker than Jonathan Davenport, than anybody else on the racetrack. James, the race leader is slowly but surely catching the back of the field. The last car on the lead lap, the 40B of Kyle Bronson, he is going into one corner as Wells is coming off the corner. So he's still a few laps away, Wells is, from catching the 40B. Meanwhile, there's a battle for the 7th position.
12 laps down, he continues to stretch it out 0.2 of a second more. Maybe for the first time in this race, he'll pick up the 10 under the field. O'Neal is 3rd, Thornton is 4th, 5th is Overton. Justin Wells, tire choice. Tire conservation. This is the only major race he runs all year long. Meanwhile, Bronson to the pits out of this one. So Alberson and Bronson, the only 2 cars out, 22 still remaining. It's 1 second the advantage against Davenport, O'Neal, Thornton, Overton, and Bruning for Justin Wells in 98.
Hudson O'Neal had peeked the nose to the inside and the outside of the 49 the last couple times by. Davenport now going to try the inside. Hudson O'Neal to the outside. Wells still out front by 1 full second over the battle for the 2nd spot. Will ride along with Hudson O'Neal, who's trying to find a way around the fast 49. And James are trying to close in.
Man, he squeezed by. How did he do that? O'Neal goes to 2nd, trying to make it 4 in a row here at Wheeling. But Wells is 1.1 seconds ahead. Here comes Thornton. Here comes Overton. Good run for Overton after last night's heartbreak. Wells, it's still 1.1. O'Neal now sets his sights on your race leader. Still a few laps away from picking up the tail end of the field. They're about a straightaway behind the tail end of the field, which is Chris Jones at 91.
Yeah, to give you an idea of the lap times, the last drivers on the lead lap are right in the low 18s. Wells is about a 17.8 or so. So only about 4, maybe 0.5 of a second difference between your race leader and the back of the field. And he was able to buy a little bit of time whenever the 40B of Kyle Bronson went into the pit area. 21 laps remaining, 1 lap shy of the Hellraiser Jacks halfway. And James back at the front of the field. Hudson O'Neal is quickly reeling in your race leader, Justin Wells. Wells will be your leader at the Hellraiser Jacks halfway.
Good job to pick up $100. He wants 10,000. He almost slipped off the track the last time. Now O'Neal goes to the top. O'Neal will have a run down the back straightaway in 71. It's 0.5 of a second. Wells now back to the top. O'Neal to the bottom. Davenport, Thornton, Overton. They're all going to be on the same straightaway with 19 laps remaining.
19 laps to go. You're right along with Hudson O'Neal on the right side of your screen, hounding your race leader, Justin Wells. Wells trying to pull off an insurmountable upset here today at Lucas Oil Speedway. He's been your leader since the drop of the green flag. This time by 22 laps in the books. And it's still Wells out front, but Hudson O'Neal is knocking on the door.
Down to turn number 2, O'Neal digging on the bottom. They're side by side down the back straightaway. O'Neal led the final 12 laps last night for his 30th Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win down the main straightaway. He may have it this time. New race leader is Hudson O'Neal in 71.
Yeah, Jonathan Davenport's right there as well. JD has reeled back in that lead duo. Wells continuing to try to make the outside work. Davenport gets rolling on the bottom, following the tire tracks of the 71 of Hudson O'Neal. O'Neal the winner here one night ago, trying to get it done again, and Jonathan Davenport takes second away from Wells that time by.
Out of turn number 2, the battle the tail end of the field down the back straightaway. Right now, still only 2 cars out of the race. Garrett Alberson and Kyle Bronson as they come off of turn number 4. Traffic for your leader.
Wells got second back.
Justin Wells not giving up.
He just got second back away from Jonathan Davenport.
He may get the lead back here to second as they battle down the back straightaway. Good race there for second place, Davenport and Wells. And here comes RTJ. A dandy at Wheatland Brewing off of turn number 4. 14 laps to go, and they're almost trying to go too wide. Here they go. Davenport gets it back. Wells is not going to give up. He's not going to go away. Dustin Jarrett, we stay green down the back straightaway.
He's pretty good down in 1 and 2 as you see him get another run there on the high side. I think 3 and 4 might be where he loses just a little bit of ground though. Ricky Thornton Jr. down to his inside. Hudson O'Neal, you saw on your screen, able to put at least 1 back marker, trying to put 2 now between himself and this what has turned into a 4-car battle for second with 13 to go.
Well, still to the outside. Here comes Overton. Runs in 5th, and it's Bruning, Moran Shepard, Tyler Stevens 9th, Carson Ferguson 10th. Battling traffic. Guys, O'Neal still leads. Davenport has got to get through this here out of 2. We've got 12 to go. He's got to clear Moran into 3. Here comes Thornton. Here comes Wells. Here comes Overton. Off at turn 4. O'Neal crosses the stripe. 29 complete, 11 laps to go.
1.5 seconds the advantage for Hudson O'Neal, trying to go back to back. Ricky Thornton Jr. did that last year, but it was Jonathan Davenport who won the Show Me 100. Hudson O'Neal trying to remain perfect on the season here at Lucas Oil Speedway. He's 3 for 3 this year, 11 laps remaining, and still a 1.5 second advantage for the 71.
Battle back here. Wells has fallen to 5th. Overton's gotten around him. Devin Moran is 6th. Tyler Bruning, Brandon Shepard, Tyler Stevens, Bobby Pierce 10th. 9 laps to go for your race leader. We've only had, what, 1 caution for Garrett Alberson back on lap 4. And now Moran trying to gain points in the 99. He'll go to the bottom on 98 down the back straightaway. O'Neal 1.4 seconds the last time around. DJ 8 laps to go for the 71.
Hudson O'Neal started in the 6th position. They're side by side on your screen, as James mentioned, for the 5th spot. Devin Moran had it by just a nose that last time by at the stripe. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, no lap traffic between your race leader, Hudson O'Neal, and Jonathan Davenport now. And Davenport just took a couple tenths off the lead, James. The 49 trying to reel in Hudson O'Neal in the closing stage to this one. They're coming around to 6 to go.
Off at turn number 4. Let's see if he can catch some more off the lead behind the 60 of Dan Ebert. O'Neal crosses the stripe. 6 laps to go. 1.1 seconds the advantage. Ebert in front of them. Down the back straightaway, then Spencer Hughes and Oberkramer.
And you're riding along riding along with Hudson O'Neal on the right side of your screen, and you can see the back of the field. They fan out coming off the corners. Most of them are running the line. He's running on the inside of the racetrack through the turns as he plays chicken with the Ute tires.
Here comes second. Here comes Thornton. Thornton to the outside now. Is he going to do RTJ things in the final 4 laps? He's got to get around Davenport. He may be the fastest car on the track. Thornton to the outside now. Is there room? 4 to go. O'Neal out at 2. Slips up the track. Here comes Davenport. Here comes Thornton. 3 to go. Oh, man, we're setting up for a great finish here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
They're closing in, James. The lead was less than a second the last time by. This time by, 3 to go. It's down to 0.6 of a second. Top 3 all right there together. Oh, a good run for Hudson O'Neal, though, that time. Off corner number 2. They'll head into turns 3 and 4. The 71 trying to stay perfect at Wheatland. 2 laps to go.
Davenport second, Thornton third, Overton fourth, Moranis fifth, Shepherd's climbed to 6, Wells back to 7. Down the back straightaway, the Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. What does O'Neal do behind Ebert? Does he have enough cushion between the 49 and the 20 behind him? Off at turn 4, Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go, Dustin, for Hudson O'Neal.
Final time around, the lead for the 71, steady at 1 second. Here comes RTJ to the outside of Jonathan Davenport. The battle for second. But it's going to be the bridesmaid honors they're racing for, because through turns 3 and 4 for the final time, he's 4 for 4 at Lucas Oil Speedway this year. Hudson O'Neal wins the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson.
And Thornton got second at the stripe. Ricky Thornton Jr. cleared Davenport on the outside, got second. Davenport third, Overton fourth, Moran fifth, Shepherd sixth, Tyler Stevens 7th, Justin Wells 8th, Tyler Bruning 9th, Bobby Pierce 10th, and Carson Ferguson, Hilzebeck, Dillard, McIntosh, Harris, Wilson, McCowan, Kuykendall, Hughes, Ebert, Jones, Morant, Bronson, and Alberson. And they'll go to the UN08 scales to make it official. Who is our Hoker Trucking hard charger of the race, Dustin Jarrett?
Unofficially, Donald McIntosh, who started 23rd and finished 14th. I believe he was last night as well, if I'm not mistaken, from 22nd up to 11th. So a pair of solid runs for the leading O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year candidate, James. 21 of the 24 original starters finished this race. And there's still one bit of business to take care of, as Hudson O'Neal is going to make his way into the UNOH Tech and Scale area, as this one wraps up at 9:13 p.m. local time on a Friday night.